Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to Jahira's World. Thank you for joining me in this video where I'll be sharing with you my instant lock journey, the first 6 months. I went ahead and attached a few pictures just so that you can have an idea of what my hair texture, volume, curl pattern, length, and all of the above was prior to me deciding to do my instant lock install. I've also attached images of my lock journey. So the images of my lock journey from install to 6-month anniversary are at the end of this video if you want to fast forward to that and you don't want to hear me talk. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy this video. Hi, this is Myra. It's August 8th and today actually is my 6-month lock anniversary. Ooh, oh my god. Big ups to me. Big up to me for doing this 6 months. I say big up because I've been committed the whole time, but it's something that's been very challenging. So I'll start off with 3 things that I would say you should do before you get locks. Number 1 is do research. Go to a loctician, do research. That's part of research. Go to multiple locticians, go on YouTube, go online, join a lock community. Just do a lot of research. So that's 1. Number 2, do not compare your locks to anyone else. When you start this lock journey, just remember that this is your journey. You can look at other people's locks and you can get ideas and you can say, hey, this is kind of like what I'm looking for. Just the most important, do not look at anyone else's locks and expect yours to look the same. I say this because I think this is the number 1 thing, and I walked into this pretty prepared. I did a lot of research, and the number 1 recommendation is don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Third thing is, I'm going to say, is patience. You probably heard this, you don't want to hear it. Patience. Be very patient with yourself. The reason I say this is because I have had full locks. I've done my own lock extensions in the past for years before. Loved it, knew how it looked on me with lock extensions. My locks, my hair, no. So I had an idea of what I kind of wanted and what I didn't want. I knew I didn't want small, tiny locks because I have low porosity, thin, fine, coarse hair. And another thing that I knew I wanted was I still wanted to feel like my hair was mine. I wanted to have my own individuality. That's one of the things. Think about what works for you. What's your work lifestyle, your workout regimen, your everyday life. Okay, so if you're someone that's on the go, I always wanted to do locks. I had done my 2-strand twist and I knew that I could not start my locks that way because my locks unravel, my hair unravels very easily. When I was doing research, I said, okay, I kind of had to determine, am I going to do micro, sister, am I going to do interlocking, am I going to do small locks, what size locks, and that played a lot of role into when I did my full locks. When I did my own, I did all of my own locks, not these. This is instant lock. So my full locks on, and I put, not that I had lock extensions, but at my full locks, I don't know if you see this part right here, this area, that is how my full locks were, exactly that same way, where I knew that my hair wasn't locking underneath. And I knew that my hair slipped and it just did not want to stay locked. I needed some extra help. In certain areas, don't get me wrong, like back here, certain areas, I don't think I would have such a problem. And the crown area right here, because I think I have multiple different types of hair, so that's something that also to keep in mind. And I know that I'm going to probably be doing a lot of different retwist and maintenance methods because That's just the type of hair I have. I have multiple different types, so you might require multiple different things. So keep that in mind. Again, do a lot of research. So when I did my faux locks, I noticed that this was happening a lot. Also, when I had my faux locks or whenever I had braids in, braids, yeah, they would not last. They would just kind of just slide out. So that I was either going to do the comb coils, which I did not like or want that method. I kind of knew from the get-go, I knew what I wanted. And I knew I wanted Insta-locks because I needed my hair to be locked so that my new growth, so it could give me time so that I can just start learning my hair in this texture and managing my hair in this texture and learning how am I going to manage this new growth. But my hair needed to lock first because it wasn't going to lock by itself. If girls with 4C hair take, I don't know, 4, 6, 8, 9 months to lock up sometimes, or some of them take a month or two. Don't get me wrong, it's just individual. I have, I believe I have 3C4A hair. I think in the parameters right here, I have 3C, and then my crown is 4A. So that's just something for you to keep in mind. Know that you're going to have different textures and things like that. So I knew that I wanted my hair instant locked because I have family members who have locks, and I have a nephew who particularly has almost identical type of hair, except his hair is actually, his texture is actually finer than mine. So, but of course it's a male, so he has more hair than mine. So I kind of like gauged it by his locks, and I went by that. So with that being said, I got instant locked. I did research and I found someone in my area that did locks, and I kind of saw that they had some experience, not with my specific type of hair, but I had seen that this person had done, she done enough textured hair and textured hair like ours that I felt confident that she was going to understand based on my consultation, the look and what I wanted. Exactly what I, more or less exactly what I wanted. The one thing that I did not particularly invest as much time into was the grid. I did research on grids. I knew we talked about grids during the console, and I explained what my issues were. Like, I have thin, fine hair, and I don't have hair loss, but I don't have a lot of hair. I don't have my hair doesn't look like it's thinning, even when I had natural hair, or whenever I permed and relaxed and did keratin, all that stuff. I never, like, thank God my hair never fell out. My hair, like, I still have strong hair. So even when I relax my hair, like, don't get me wrong, in the front, you could kind of see almost the scalp, like this area right here, like your edges area, like, when we do this. So that's one area that I noticed that I could see when my hair was really finely or processed, and I was like, okay, I kind of knew, like, I need to chill with this. I can't be doing this for long. Bleached, highlights, flat ironing, blow drying, regular basis. It was years ago. This is before I went natural. So then after I went natural, I realized that I can still do stuff to my hair and maintain it. Then I had some health issue happen to me, and it had to do with my brain, and I did not want to use products, and I did not want to use anything, and that's when I started really braiding and doing tooth strand twist and just 100% natural, right? When that happened, I just did not want to put any foreign or any chemicals, nothing in my body. So long story short, I started doing locks during that time more frequent, and I was like, okay, I could do this, and I started the two-strand twist. I wasn't like, okay, ready for the lock journey. I was kind of like testing it, being real with you, but I never locked. So fast forward, here I am this year, and I'm finally like, this is it. I'm done. I'm fed up. I am who I am. I am going to be who I am going to be. I need to show my authentic self. So I started with my locks, and my hair was not this color, because you see my hair is colored. I had not done anything chemicals. This is the first time I put any chemical in my hair in almost 5 years, you guys. 4 years, literally. Almost 5 years. So I started my lock journey The girl ended up locking my hair. It took her not that even long, about 30, no, not 30, an hour and 30 minutes, honestly. And the grid, back to the grid conversation, what I would say is that the grid is important, and I wish that, I love the grid that I picked, which is the triangle. They say that's not good because that actually does pull your hair versus the diamond or the box or the traditional, and letting them do their thing because they are beautiful, growing, and flourishing. And I'm proud of them. The other thing is, I might comb them out, like so that my ends, because you see I have curly ends on my hair still. Again, I'm only 6 months locked, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not really, I was maintaining it like the first 2, 3. I'm trying to make sure that I keep my curly ends because I do want curly ends. Right now I do. Am I gonna stress it? No. I kinda, as I'm getting more comfortable and kind of embracing whatever my hair is wanting it to do, if my hair wants to lock all the way in certain areas, like look at here, this particular one, I could pull that one a little bit more and wet it. Here you go. You see? So I still have my curl, like this one particularly is one that's like, it's barely got one little loop hanging there. Look at it. It's got, get these other ones out. It's got one little loop. Look at that. You know, versus, you know, the other ones that they got their loops. And I think as my hair gets longer and it grows, once I feel the health, like I feel it, it's healthy now. I put color in it, but I'm going to get to that in another video. I am going to probably comb out more just to see how it looks and if I'm okay with the way it looks, because I know locks attract lint. And here's the thing, my hair was 100% natural. I had not colored my hair, like I said, in almost 5 years. It was going almost on 5 years. That was a lot for me because I was a girl that was always with my highlights all day, every day. So I will say my hair locked, no lie, in like 2 months. It did. I'm going to tell you why. Because I washed and wet my hair every day. If you go to any loctician, I don't care if you got hair extensions. If you got hair extensions, I'm not a hair care professional. But anybody that tells you not to wash your hair for more than 2 to 3 weeks, anything over a month. So that's number one. I literally was loving it when I first got my locks, my hair. I was, you know, I was doing one of these because my hair was, it was like up to here. It wasn't up to my waist, but it was like up to here, like where my thumb is, right here. I would say past bra strap. My hair was past my bra strap. And I don't know if I had trimmed it or maybe not. I don't know. The last time I checked, it was past my bra strap. But once I unlocked it, they locked it, and all of them were hanging. They were like down to here. And I was like, oh, nice. And, you know, I sprayed my ends. They look cute. They look amazing. First month comes in, and I'm wetting my hair, washing my hair, wetting it, air drying it. Let's talk about that in another video. I was air drying it first month. When if you're insta locked like me, yeah, because your hair's gonna dry, it's gonna saturate, like it's not gonna. But once it's locked, my hair was locked like in 3 months, and I think once I put the dye in it, that sealed the lock. That completely shifted and changed, obviously the texture, the color, but that sealed my lock. My hair is locked. That's how I see it. I don't know about you. Okay, and because I felt ready, I felt healthy. Everything is good. As far as health, I can dye it again. Like I can put chemicals in my hair. I don't want to put chemicals in my hair. I'm not planning on it. This dye, this color I put in was a box dye, which I have a video that I'm going to be posting in regards to that, so that you can watch. I used something that was for people of colored textured hair, and it was no bleach, and it was like it stripped like 8 layers. We'll talk about that in another video. But point being is that when I got my hair Insta-locked by the first month, I was already in there getting my retwist. And when I mean retwist, she was using the crochet needle to insta-lock my hair and re-lock it, because after washing it, it was like the frizz was, oh my God, out of control. And I had to go to work like that. I would do my hair like this, like half up, half down with my locks, and I would just like spray it down with aloe vera juice, rose water, and some tea tree oil. Those are my three. That's my remedy. All three. That's all I use on my hair for the first 3 months. No lie. I would wash it, dry it, and spray. And then in the morning, I would wake up. I would put spray my aloe vera, water, rose oil, my tea tree, spray it, put a do-rag on, and do my, well, not the do-rag yet, do my baby hair. I would slick my hair, do my edges, put a do-rag on, tie whatever long I needed to in order to get ready before I walked out the door. Sometimes I got in my car. When I got out of the office, I would literally take my do-rag off, and my hair, my locks would be like literally like slicked down. You wouldn't see that much fuzziness or flyaways or frizz. Like it, you still saw it, don't get me wrong, because I'm talking about the first 3 months. So by month 1 to 2, this is what I was doing. I was like, okay, girl, let's oil this scalp. Let's put this on. Let me palm roll it. I was palm rolling because my loctician told me to palm roll. And I was like, okay. And I noticed a month in that my hair was not really responding. It was just doing its own thing anyways. It was kind of like I was just playing with my hair wet, and I did not know what I was doing. So I stopped that, and I straight up told her by the 3rd month, I was like, listen, I stopped palm rolling because it's not doing anything for me. I'm finding other methods. She's like, oh yeah, cool, okay. And then by the 3rd month, I was like, I don't want to go back to that loctician. I was seeing the videos online where everyone is doing their retwist. And I talked to my loctician about this, like about doing retwists. And I was like, so I can't retwist my hair like other locks? She's like, no, because these are insta locks. It doesn't even really work that way. Mind you, I knew I did. I know I could. I knew that I went to insta lock intentionally because I knew that my hair wasn't going to lock on its own as fast and the way I wanted it to. And the girth, I'm going to say the girth, I want it on my locks because I don't believe in size. I don't want to be talking about size right now. This community's been talking about size and numbers. I don't want to do that. So the girth I wanted on mine were a little on the thicker end because I think, why not? They're beautiful. I think everyone's locks are beautiful, but for mine, what I want to represent and the way I want to look is the way I always wore my Insta locks, which were more on the girthier side, thicker side, and more natural side, more like if my hair was to lock up by itself. And this is just initially, right? Because eventually my plan is for the future is that I am going to freeform, if God hopefully is with me and my locks are with me, if I can, because freeforming is not for everyone. All the research I've done, freeforming is not for everyone, and that's something to keep in mind. I almost was going to start freeforming at like 3 months, and I stopped, you guys, because I started doing more research about freeforming, and I learned that I can't start freeforming right now. I need to let my locks mature. I'm in the infancy stage. Today I'm 6 months locked, and I feel like I'm a toddler. Like I'm no longer an infant, I'm finally a toddler. So with that being said, yeah, I need them to mature more. I need to know what I'm doing. I need us to really reacquaint ourselves. And then once I feel like, okay, I'm good, like I got this, like I'm in a good place, then I'm going to start freeforming more. I definitely am looking forward to my 1-year journey. I will be posting pictures of, thank you for tuning in, and I am glad you made it with me to 6 months. let's jump right into this. This is the first day I locked my hair, the next day at my office, just how I manicured my locks during work. Here you can see some budding. This is the first 2 months of my locking process, Instant Lock Journey. At this point, I had another maintenance done. Here's what my hair is looking at like in the back. And here's some budding. And when I tell you that the shrinkage is real, look at all that budding. Look at this texture shot. This is the last picture I took before the shrinkage kicked in. And look at the difference. Look at the difference in length in my locks. I love it. I love how, like, the texture, how thick, how juicy they're getting. At this point, I've dyed my hair already. Here's another texture shot. And this was the last time I had my instant lock maintenance done. This was at 5 months, and here's a preview of what it looked like before with the black hair. And this is what it looks like now after with the hair dye, the box hair dye. I will tell you that I wasn't able to really put my hair back up in the bun. And you can see in this particular picture, the last row, I could not get it into a bun whenever I did yoga. This is me hiking. This was the last time I was able to put a cap on. So far, I have to find one that fits. I really enjoy making this video, and I hope you enjoyed it.